Hi, I'm James Cole Morrison. I bitch about it, so you lovely chaps at home can listen. How you doing? Wow, I have just got back from watching a film at the cinema, folks. At the cinema. I mean, there's so many reasons why I don't do the Morrisonii reviews anymore. I mean, the main reason is that nobody watches them, to be fair. But a big reason is because I don't really go to the cinema that often. I mean, I used to have like a loyalty card. I've not had one of those in years, and I think the main reason was the majority of the films that I was watching at the cinema were Marvel, and now Marvel's gone sort of like woke. And to be honest with you, because I've got the Disney Channel, so there's no point really me spending a decent amount of money. But I can't take my kids to watch these films because they've got naughty no words, and it's sort of like 12A, it's a bit of blood and whatnot, probably sexual references. I can't take my kids to see these films, as nice as that would be. Um, there's no point really sort of like spaffing the cash if it's going to be on the Disney Channel in a few months, to be honest with you. It's kind of like the biggest blessing and their greatest downfall, really, when you sort of think of it that way. But yeah, I was tempted when the Thunderbolts came on, but then no, sorry, it's just no, definitely not. You think I'm going to pay to see Snow White? No, negative. Anyway, I was going to pay money to see this film. So, James Gunn's Superman. I'm a massive James Gunn fan. I think he's a wonderful director. And all of the stuff that I saw about this film, all the sort of so called red flags, I thought it actually got me more pumped up for it. Like seeing seeing Superman in pain. Like, always he's getting angry at his like girlfriend or whatnot, or the reporter. Oh no, Superman can't get angry. He can't feel pain. Oh no, he's reacting so badly to sunlight. I mean, first of all, it was blatantly concentrated sunlight, and I mean, anyone who's ever broken a bone. I mean, I haven't, but I mean, they can contest that. You know, but the bones knitting together, that the healing process is not very pleasant, and it's quite clear that this is happening at a very spontaneous rate, and that's exactly what happened. It was, yeah, I mean, the best thing that I could say from the off was they showed Superman right from the start in a very vulnerable state. I mean, the one thing that everybody complains about with Superman is that he is this unbeatable adversary and he's absolutely perfect. He's basically John Cena. John Cena was hated and reviled in like naughty sort of wrestling because he beats everybody. He didn't have any weaknesses. And if you don't have any flaws or weaknesses, then you're not really much of a compelling character. At least at the very start of this film, it sort of addressed that, and it basically showed a Superman who was just battered. He got absolutely smashed and annihilated, and it's almost like a story of like sort of showing you how he comes back from it and sort of like becomes better. And it was basically a callback from the All Star Superman comics. I haven't read a lot of Superman comics, if I'm on being honest with you. Kingdom Come, if you would even count that. The Death of Superman, which wasn't good, but I read it for historical reasons. And the more important one, All Star Superman, written by Hugh Morrison, no relation. But yeah, it was. There are quite a few characters and references that I certainly did get and I understood. I was a massive fan of the Justice League cartoon and Justice League Unlimited, so there were quite a few characters that I recognised there. The Metamorpho, which I was quite happy to see, to be honest with you. I don't really know the origins of Crypto the dog. I know he's been around for decades, a character, but what a lovely dog. Well, it's a beautiful character. Really, really enjoyed the dog. In fact, every actor and performer here was fantastic. Just wonderful. I mean, I think some of the edgy sort of James Gunn humor sort of landed very well here. Like some of it was just a bit, meh, sort of on the nose. But I'll be perfectly honest with you, despite the sort of no words, I wouldn't be bothered taking my kids to see this. Like, it was a decent enough film. There was hardly a drop of blood, really, apart from that scene that sort of made the rounds of that guy's tooth being smashed out. I mean, there were not many sort of graphic scenes or anything like that I would say was really sort of poor, or sort of I would sort of look and was like, oh no, child, like, shield your eyes. There's nothing like that, really. No sexual references or anything like that. Maybe a few sort of selfies from some of the more superficial characters, but nothing really. But I would be bothered as a parent showing a child, to be honest with you. Not really. I actually thought the scene where Superman was given an exclusive interview to Lois Lane, who they've established she knows the identity of Superman. It's Clark Kent, everybody, just so you know. No spoilers, sorry. But yeah, I mean, she knows this identity. They'll be like a few months into a sort of like a open relationship, I think. Skank, but it's fine. But yeah, I actually thought the argument where they were given an on-the-record interview was actually very, very good. They do make up so two countries, just this is quite a testing time, so that was probably for the best. Not a bad idea, to be honest with you. So two warring countries, and Superman effectively picks a side, which causes divisions and issues. Considering he's sort of like, I wouldn't say he's a sovereign citizen of America, but it's sort of implied that his home base is in America, so that's causing rifts and issues. Basically, Lex Luthor takes advantage of this and does a massive smear campaign to discredit Superman. So he's basically got to fight the evil web and basically fight the court of public opinion while trying to outsmart and outfight Lex Luthor. It was, to be honest with you, a brilliant film with some great sort of flashbacks to old comic book characters and some references from the comic books that I recognise. And I'm obviously not the greatest Superman fan, but yeah, I did recognise some of those references, which was great. Sort of one from some from the films as well. So the Otis character makes a very there's a character called Otis. There's nothing to do with the original character from Superman, but yeah, there's a gentleman called Otis in there. Jimmy Olsen is punching above his weight a little bit with this beautiful woman, but apparently, there's a complicated relationship there, but there we go. Like the biggest thing that I was sort of laughing at is that Superman is basically they have the footage of his parents, and basically somehow Lex Luthor gets a copy of the other half of a message that apparently was lost, and basically Superman's dad tells his son to have a Harlem, or just basically grow the population of Krypton by having sex with as many of the primitive Earth people as possible. And apparently this is enough to turn everyone against him. But all the guy characters in the after that, it's like, oh, that's disgusting, that's sick. And it's like, we've got this one guy who looks heartbroken. He takes his little Superman symbol badge off of his lapel. I'm just thinking, if that was me, I would be like, I would take the same badge and I would just put on the dirtiest grin and just go, my boy. It's like, there's so many guys that would be like, okay, fine. I mean, I ain't going to compete with Superman. I mean, good on you, man, gent. Good for you. It's like, well, as long as it's not my wife, it's fine. It's just Harlem away. It's like, I was so shocked that that was like the turning point. It's like, and all the guys are like, oh, that's so sick, it's disgusting, it's deplorable. Oh, he thinks we're primitive animals and creatures. He wants to have sex with all our women. Oh, I'm like, that's the turning point. That's what turns everyone and goes, oh, no, thank you, Superman. But yeah. It was a lovely message and a lovely story, and the sci-fi elements were brilliant. I really enjoyed it. yeah, a great film, and despite the Harlem bit, I mean, Daddy, what's a Harlem? I actually think it was fine for kids. I generally don't think it would be that bad if I got the DVD and showed Toby or any of my kids. So you know what? I think it's sort of up there with the Superman movie from the 70s. Maybe that's blasphemous, but you know, at least there weren't any silly bits with him reversing time, like going around the world and stuff like that. I mean, it's there. It was serviceable, at least serviceable. I would definitely recommend it. I had a wonderful time. Yeah, check it out. Have a good one, guys. Oh, if you want any more reviews like this, do let me know. I was thinking of doing a few more videos. It's not going to be every week, so I don't expect a sort of trend or anything silly like that. But I am hoping, just for the fun of it, to make some video game related movies, some cooking films, because I am a commie chef at the moment. I'm enjoying it. It'd be nice to bring that passion to YouTube. So anyway, whatever. Hope to see you guys soon down the line. Let us know how you're getting on, and go watch Superman. You won't regret it. Take care.